Namaskar. Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Shriyaya. Joining me is Prakasarao Velagapudi Garu of GHHF, Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. And we were in receipt of some disturbing information. We're going to talk about that and more. But first, let's welcome Prakasarao Garu. Prakasarao Garu, Namaskar and welcome to PGurus channel.
Namaskar, Andy. You always cooperate and make sure that all the issues are surfaced, especially regarding Andhra Pradesh and especially Tirupati. I'm grateful to you for the interviews like
Yeah, the
this.
pleasure is all mine. The
Yeah.
pleasure is all mine. So, viewers, I'll give you what the backdrop is. Of all the cities in India, the Tablighi Jamaat has to choose Tirupati to have a convention, a gathering of close to 8,000 people. And this is what came to Prakasarao Garu's attention. And this happened a few days ago. A formal letter was written to the Chief Minister to give permission. And the thing is, it's so mischievous. You've seen Christian groups try to do this thing, and now Islamic groups are trying to do this. You also remember that one five-star hotel whose construction was also stopped, but that required a lot of work again from GHHF, particularly Prakasarao Garu and his team. So again, congratulations to you on that one, sir. Now, let's talk about what happened in this Tablighi Jamaat case where they wanted to have 8,000 people gather in Tirupati. Over to you, sir.
Yes. See, they made a request actually. This is Tablighi Jamaat, they call it. They organize these things in different cities all across the globe. It's not just only India, but they have done it this time. So you can always make sure, I want to make sure everybody understands Vishwanath Temple, Rama Ayodhya Temple, Madhura Krishna Temple, they have destroyed it. And now they are concentrating on Tirupati.
Also, Dharmaspala.
We have to acknowledge it and make sure all the Hindus are aware of it. Especially all of you who go to Tirupati, believe in Tirupati, Kaliyuga Deva and all that, please wake up and do something to see that the Tirupati and all the religious institutions in Andhra Pradesh are protected, not only Andhra Pradesh, the rest of the world. So this particular group, they asked permission to have this meeting of 7 to 8,000 in near Tirupati, within about very close. And the government has granted the permission, and they started constructing big pandals and all those things. And then, so we realized that we have to do something. Global Hindu Heritage Foundation has taken the lead, and we have a group of people in Tirupati. And Rama Devi, the lady who is really, very dynamic. So he called so many people and then organized the protest. We have written at least 6 to 7 letters. Last night, just about 7 hours ago, I wrote a letter to even Pawan Kalyanji. Before that, I wrote to Chandrababu asking them to cancel this permission because of the sensitivity that it has. Not only that one, the history of this Tablighi is very curious. It is probably the most dangerous and violent group according to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia banned it, Iran banned it, Uzbekistan banned it. There are at least 6, 7 countries banned. Even though they are Muslim countries, they banned this particular group because of its history and then how they groom the youngsters to become more into violence. If you remember in US, there was a shoe bomber.
Yes.
That guy actually was trained by this particular group. That is the Tablighi group. Like that one, there are so many people who also supported all the Al Qaeda and all those people who are trained by this particular organization. Now, so then we started actually exploring all the things, and then we found out that these people actually have history of even probably criticizing even the other Muslims who are somewhat moderate. In fact, in 2022, in Kurnool, this group went to some churches and then started talking about violent acts. So all the churches in Kurnool prohibited this group. And this group went to High Court And then the High Court said you have to make sure that the philosophy is consistent with the mosques that you attend. So they restricted them. So we are talking about the Muslim organizations, Muslim mosques prevented this group in Kurnool, almost 201 mosques. So you can see the history. Nobody knows about all these things until we started exploring. In the same way, in India itself, in Kashmir, they were supposed to have this meeting on 5th and 6th of September, a few days ago. And Kashmir also banned this particular group and cancelled. They did not give the permission to hold this particular meeting. Just imagine who is the chief minister of Kashmir?
Omar
Umar
Abdullah.
Abdullah. He is a Muslim. Even Muslim himself said, no, we don't want to have this group. So here they come to Andhra Pradesh and they want to have it, and not knowing whether it is knowing or not knowing, we don't know. But the AP government has given the permission. They started planning it. My concern and all the things, I think all the Hindus should insist on it. Every politician should know the history of both other religions. What is the philosophy of Islam? What is the philosophy of the Christians? To only then you would realize it. But vote bank politics is the one that is destroying this country. And if these politicians do not wake up and do something to protect Sanatan Dharma, so it is going to be very dangerous for the country. And as I mentioned, I wrote several letters to the collectors to cancel the permission. We wrote letter to Chandrababu Naidu. We asked him, and we gave all the reasons. Because even though they are professing, it is for peaceful existence, for broader peace and all that. These people are anything but peace. They only try to undermine our Hindu philosophy, and then they also are interested in trying to dismantle the democratic principles. And then they have been saying all along, many Muslims, we will take over Bharat in the next 10 years. This is the message all of us has to digest and see how, as a Hindu, if I am interested in protecting my Sanatan Dharma, my motherland, we all have to be concerned, and all of you get involved. Please don't stay at the fringes. This is the time. Next 4 or 5 years, if we do not really participate and be aware of what is happening, if we don't take appropriate action to prevent this infiltration of other religions into Bharat and how they are going to dismantle, you are in great shock. Your own sisters, your own brothers, your own brothers living in India, they will be the targets. Make sure that you are aware of it. Now, last night, about 6 hours ago, I wrote a letter to even Pawan Kalyanji, and I said, whatever Varaha declaration that he made in October, that declaration is inconsistent with the philosophy of this 𝗥𝗘𝗙𝗦. So that means I asked him, you have said you will sacrifice your life for the sake of Sanatan Dharma. You said you will protect Sanatan Dharma. You will go to any extent to make sure that Tirupati is protected. But now it is happening in Tirupati. So how come you are silent? How come you are not doing any action? Please take appropriate action consistent with the philosophy that you have advocated, philosophy that you have included in the declaration. So I wrote about 6 hours ago, around 3 o'clock Dallas time. So I don't know, whatever it is. The point is, so many people have got involved in it, and all BJP people got involved in it. Our Global Hindu Heritage Foundation is on the forefront. There is one Srinivasananda Saraswati. So he also played a great role in canceling that Muntaj hotel. So he participated him quite a bit on it. Raja Singh, that MLA from Hyderabad. So he actually sent at least 3 videos condemning this one, asking the government to cancel this one. So there are many things that people have done. It's not just only giving only few examples, but make sure it is taking a toll on every organization. And also, please see, there are many things that would be a later discussion when the time comes. The Tirupati is being targeted, and even the AP government is giving all kinds of permissions in and around Tirupati to these minorities. The vote bank politics should stop. As a Hindu, if any, either chief minister or deputy chief minister, if they feel they are Hindus, they have to do some soul searching. As a Hindu, what am I doing? Because as a Hindu, we do not demean anybody, we do not criticize anybody, we want to follow dharmic principles. Dharma is our criteria. Do you see the same principles among other religions? If you see, please come out and say, this is the philosophy they have, which is consistent with Dharma. They are also interested in maintaining the stability and peace and tolerance and so on, which you cannot, because both the scriptures, Quran and Bible, they have all kinds of statements, which we can give any number of statements like that one. In Bible, there are probably more than 1,000 statements that talk about the violence and terror. In the Quran, it is about 546 statements. So basically, we have to be careful about how we are going to protect our Sanatan Dharma. We are requesting all the politicians to make sure you do not touch Tirupati. And Chief Minister at one time he mentioned because of Balaji, his life was protected. But now Balaji has really protected your life. How come you are doing all these kinds of things? Why to give permission to Muntaj? Why to give permission to this Tablighi gathering? Why you are considering giving permission to Lulu Mall? Please think about it. I don't know if anybody is telling you and anybody is forwarding our letters. Please read all of them and make sure you protect the Sanatan Dharma, the mother of your own heritage. And your father-in-law was the one who talked about Tirupati, Tirumala, Tiruchanur, Punyakshetra. So we are going to talk about it very soon. We are going to submit a proposal. Please consider it, and to make sure Tirumala, Tirupati, Tiruchanur will become a Punyakshetra. And if it has to, please consider introducing a bill in the parliament and make sure it is done. And we have to protect our Balaji temple and Tirupati, Tirumala, because whatever it takes, we have to make sure the Balaji temple is protected all around it. If we do not, and all of us will pay the price for it. And
so let's come to the present. In the last few hours, some developments have taken place. Maybe you can update our viewers.
Yes. So finally, so with about 5-6 days of intense gatherings, intense meetings, we met at least all the people at least 10 times. And we are still talking to so many other people. But finally, about 3 hours ago, so we came to know our coordinator, Ramadevi Garu, called and said, Uncle, it's good news. So the government decided to cancel the permit. They asked them to go away from actually the Chittoor district. They need to go beyond at least 50-60 kilometers from Tirupati. And so they told them, it looks like they are not going to have it definitely. And we don't know when they will have it, where they will have it. So it all depends on where it is. If it is anything closer to any temples or anything like that one, we are going to take up again and make sure we do whatever it is. Whether we are successful or not, that's not the criteria. It is every Hindu's dharma to practice dharma, to protect dharma, protect Sanatan Dharma. And please, only Sanatan Dharma can create the peace and tolerance in the whole world. And you have been seeing all along in all the countries, We never invaded any country. We never hurt anybody else. We never destroyed any civilization. But no other religion can claim what we have. So now there is a trend, what we call cultural infiltration or civilizational jihad. So that means there is a jihad against our culture. They are going to destroy it if we are not awakened, and make sure we are awakened. Finally, just I wanted to mention Sri Ayargarki. I am thankful for this interview, and also just to share this particular news. Now it is cancelled, and we will keep an eye on what the next step of this Ibliga is. And then, if we have to, we will take appropriate action.
Thank you so much, Prakasarao Garu. And viewers, like he said, eternal vigilance. You have to keep being alert. You have to see this is going to be constantly tried again and again and again and again. There is a lot of political muscle outside from India behind all this stuff. Doesn't cost them much money to incite all these things, and it's just eternal vigilance. That is what is needed. Thank you, son. Once again, Prakasarao Garu. We'll see you again.
It is a constant struggle. It is a day-to-day struggle for Hindus in Bharat. That is where we are now because of the negligence of Hindus. If we are aware of it, I think the problems will be solved. And I hope all the Hindus will wake up and look at what is happening to Mother India, and please spend some time to protect her with resources, with mind, with determination, with commitment. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir. And we'll see you again very soon. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you.